Hello, and welcome to Famicast 133, your Famicast for the early part of September 2018. I'm Danny Bivens, and today I'm joined by James Charlton.
The sight of your smiling faces fills me with determination.
Nice, I guess.
Ty gets it.
Oh, geez.
All right, and speaking of Ty, Ty is also joining us. Ty?
Yeah, James, quit your boondoggling.
Obviously, on a joke that's way over my head.
Yeah, you suck.
Wouldn't be the first time. So yeah, we got a lot of cool games to talk about, a ton of news, a lot of stuff related to TGS that we're going to hit. So, I mean, as you know, we're going to TGS, which is like a week and a half away now?
We're about to board the bullet hype train, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually exciting this year as a Nintendo fan, as opposed to like almost every other year that we've had, TGS, where you go and you're like, oh, cool, I played Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13 on Wii U. Awesome.
Yeah.
A single tumbleweed rolls through the giant holes.
Right? Oh, God. Thankfully, it's a little bit more lively than that, so look forward to that. But before we get to any of that, we're going to go ahead and kick things off with new business. And Ty, would you mind kicking things off for us today?
Okay, I know you're really curious to know what I mean by the note. It says the trash bin. Okay.
Right?
So,
Oh, is that in the agenda? Sorry, I hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ty is currently playing the trash bin. All right. Okay.
yeah. No, it's a little too harsh. There are some good games in the trash bin.
Oh, is this the 99-cent bargain bucket that you pull games out of?
It's pretty close. Every now and then, like I try to catch up on Xbox games that I've gotten with Games of Gold, or like I buy at a pawn shop or whatever.
Pawn shop.
Yeah. So I played a bunch, and a number of those happen to be available on Nintendo systems, so I'll make some comments about them. Let's see. Prison Architect. I hate it.
Okay.
As the stamp. It sucks.
I hate it.
Is this like a prison escape?
Yeah, except
simulator?
it looks exactly the same. Except it's not pixel art. It's like vector art.
Okay.
And you build the prison and you execute a man in the tutorial level, and you're supposed to feel good about that, I suppose.
What?
Yeah.
So you're the prison like guard or prison, what do you call it?
You construct the prison.
You construct. This sounds like right up your alley. I don't know what's wrong with you.
For fun and profit. Nah, man. Have you seen my politics on Twitter? I'd knock down the walls and give every inmate a gun.
By gun, you mean Xbox Live Gold Pass subscription?
Yeah. So I played the tutorial of that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the nuts and bolts of the gameplay is better when you get down to it, but I don't have time for that shit. I need instant gratification.
I got time for that shit.
Right? I played Letter Quest Remastered.
Okay.
It's like Boggle, but it's an RPG.
I was kind of hoping you were going to say Chex Quest Remastered, but...
Oh. I believe the Doom source ports on modern operating systems do support Chex Quest, but that's another story altogether.
Right.
Letter Quest is an indie game where you play as a dude who looks like he looks like a dark wizard or a Grim Reaper or something. He's kind of cute looking, and you kill monsters by spelling words out of this fucking fistful of letters.
Isn't this just typing of the dead?
No, you don't type it. I mean, you can take as long as you want. It's really closer to Boggle or Scrabble. But if it's an RPG, I like it.
Have you ever played Typing the Dead in Japanese, by the way?
In Japanese? I did play it once or twice.
I have, yeah.
Do you remember that arcade I told you about like maybe a few months ago about where they had like 80 kind of ancient arcades, and it was like one entry fee, and you could play all of them as much as you wanted.
Yeah.
It was in that one. So yeah,
Right on.
I played it in Japanese. So they're all Japanese words, but you're writing them out in Romaji, in alphabet characters. But it's all the kind of the wrong Romaji that I hate, like tsu is tu and stuff like that, and
Ooh, gross.
G is zi and stuff like that. I'm like, ah,
Perfect.
yeah, it pains me to play it.
The extremely Japanese Romaji.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, this is nothing like that.
Okay, brilliant.
Let's see. I played Epic Mickey 2.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was free on Xbox Games with Gold a while back.
I didn't realize that was on Xbox. I remember at one point, it was a pretty big deal that was going to be like a Wii exclusive and stuff. That series and whatever.
Yeah, and it was kind of a big deal because it had what's his name?
Warren
the rabbit?
Spector?
Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that a big deal? I'm not American, so I don't care about Disney.
Because Oswald is a character Walt Disney created prior to creating Mickey Mouse, but he was like a wage slave bitch for some animation company at the time, so he didn't keep the rights, and Disney had just secured the rights, and this is like his first appearance as a Disney character.
Wow, that's in that game. That's the first appearance. Wow.
Yeah, it was a big deal, and the game was produced by what's his name, Warren Spector, or do I have the wrong guy?
Yeah, no, that's what I just said before. Yeah. When you said, "Who's his name?" I thought you were talking about the.
That's what I thought you were talking about. I was gonna say Peter Molyneux, and I was like, no, wrong guy.
No, yeah, and Warren Spector is a huge fucking Disney nerd, so he went to town with it, and I never played it actually. It was actually like the one game I really wanted to play whenever I got a TV that works with my Nintendo Wii.
Wait, you had a TV that didn't work with it?
I literally do not own a TV that has AV plug inputs, so I either have to get some sort of HDMI converter thing or an old ass TV.
You're talking about a Japanese TV?
Yeah, I would like to get a CRT if possible.
Yeah,
the way God intended.
Well, some of those have like what's called D terminal, which is like the component hookups. It looks kind of like VGA type of hookup, and that was kind of a common thing around the time. And some of those things could even go up to like 720p. Obviously, not the one on the Wii, but
oh yeah, that's a thing.
I played my Wii with a D terminal.
Yeah, me too.
I'll check my screen and see if I got one. Or, maybe I could just emulate it.
I remember being severely disappointed by Epic Mickey. If you look at the concept art and then you look at the final game, it's like,
thanks for
what
reminding
happened?
me about that. The extremely grim, dark concept art.
Right. And then they had that one kind of good intro level that was based on the Steamboat Willie, and then none of the rest of the game was like that.
Ooh. Okay.
that was the first one. The second one, maybe. That's completely 3D, isn't it? The second one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It struck me as a kind of a typical 3D game where you solve puzzles and collect things. Maybe it's more interesting than that. I don't know.
Right.
I only played till the first achievement.
Of course you did.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of fucking games to go through. One more. I played Ninjin, which is a new game.
Okay.
Yeah, because my good buddy Jeff the Hero is working for this company, giving out codes, and it's my responsibility as his friend to shill this game as much as possible. And it's a good game too, so that helps.
You are biased.
I am. We're all biased. We're all human beings.
Don't listen to a word Ty says about this game.
I'm sorry. I like games that are good. I'll try to give bad games a fair chance. And I do. I play like shitty free-to-play games if they have achievements. Fuck my life.
This episode was sponsored by. We'll just flash it up at the top. Yeah.
Yeah. So Ninjin is a 1 or 2 player. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like it's like a beat 'em up game.
Okay.
but you're like perpetually ninja running. So everything's moving all the time.
So it's like a runner?
Yeah. I mean, you're in like a kind of like a 3D isometric space. So I would say it's close to a beat 'em up game, like Streets of Rage or Final Fight or whatever. But there's a lot of bullets and projectiles and stuff. So it's also kind of a bullet hell game, sort of.
I looked at it. It did look like a bullet hell kind of looking thing from the trailer.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique hybrid kind of game. I like it.
With humor.
With humor, yeah.
Right.
It's a good meme humor. It's some very stylish pixel art. Fighting game community in jokes.
Hey Ty, what does ninja mean in English?
It means carrots.
So this is a game all about carrots.
It is. You collect carrots. It's like your points. And like the player one character is a rabbit, but he's also a ninja. So it's a pun.
Brilliant.
It is brilliant.
But that pun kind of goes over the head of people who don't know any Japanese, but
Oh, come on. Every fucking millennial has taken Japanese 101 by now.
Always reminds me of my favorite Onion article. It's like 40% of Japanese speakers are white American males.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look at there's two of them in this fucking podcast right now. Jesus.
Confirmed.
Right? Man, Onion always goes right for the jugular, let me tell you. Well, besides those games, some of which I even like, in non-Nintendo stuff, I've finished getting 100% of achievements in Watch Dogs 2.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, that was fast.
Yeah, I have watched every dog.
Confirmed.
Nice.
But those open world games usually got some kind of bullshit achievements, don't they? Like collect 5,000 pigeons or whatever.
Yeah, but this game and also another Ubisoft game, Far Cry 5, it actually doesn't have achievements for getting every single collectible.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just like get the main things, play a bit of multiplayer, and it's not too rough. Like it doesn't do as much stuff as you would expect from the company that made you pick up 400 fucking flags in Assassin's Creed 1.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So they've got these collectibles, but then you don't even have to collect them if you don't want to. That's amazing.
Yeah, like in Watch Dogs 2, there's this thing is called research points. You get it by leveling up or by finding the collectibles, and you put them in your skill tree. They're just like skill tree points.
Okay.
So they'll help you in the game, but if you want to clear everything, you technically don't need them. And Far Cry 5 was the same way too. Like you could get their skill tree points by just playing and leveling up or finding all the secret bullshit,
killing 5,000 badges or whatever.
Yeah. I actually think I hit the level cap in Far Cry 5. So if I wanted to get the last couple things on the skill tree, I had to go get those. But I got all the achievements before that. So, well, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, to the Assassin's Creed series, I did get all the achievements on Assassin's Creed 2. Yeah, I went crazy, man. I mean, some of those stupid feathers, I think, is what they had in that game.
Yeah, they did. I got them all too, I think.
Yeah, I used like a bit of a guide towards the end because I just want to be done with this. I'm so close. So yeah.
No, you have not known true hell until you tried to get all the collectibles in Assassin's Creed 1.
I think I tried, and then I was like, how many fucking flags are there in this piece of crap?
There are 400.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I think maybe I got like 70, and I was like, yeah, that's good enough.
Fuck this.
Yeah.
Just frisbee the disc right out the window.
Right? Yeah. Like, no, I paid like 8,000 yen for that thing. Game Hollywood and Tokaiba Nakihabara.
Yeah. And I think I have like every fucking Assassin's Creed game from sales or just games with gold. Nice. I remember I bought a code for one on one of those really cheap online code sites. And I'm like, oh, $2. and it turns out I already had it from Games with Gold. I'm like, oh, shit. I gave it to my friend, and we're gonna play co-op. I'll let you know how that goes.
Cool, cool.
Ty loves the series so much he's bought every game twice.
I bought Capcom versus SNK 2 like 5 times.
Huh.
Yep.
Does it get better each time?
Yes, that game is gold. There's one thing I want to get up on the soapbox about Far Cry 2 and multiplayer games in general.
Far Cry 2? Wow.
No, Watch Dogs 2. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
take
was
it
that the one
back.
in Africa?
Yeah. Man, I never played the old ones. I played Blood Dragon. But anyway, so there's an achievement for, doing the co-op missions. And let me tell you, hell is other players.
Not your friends. You mean randos?
Randos, yes.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely. So the way that the co-op mission structure is, you just do all these different missions, and once you clear all of them, you can do the last one, and you get the fucking achievement. And they'll have a number of objectives. They're a little harder than regular missions, I think. And
Ty, are you talking to these weirdos? I mean, randos?
hell no.
Okay. So how are you coordinating stuff?
For the most part, you don't need to. It's challenging, but it's straightforward. It shows you the objectives. It's like destroy these things and steal the car. It's like it's some like square peg goes in the square hole shit. It's easy.
And then the guy shoots himself in the face and falls off a cliff.
He drives the car into the ocean. No, that happened once too.
Wow.
That's good.
But no, after you do all the objectives, you have to leave the mission area. And, it's easy. You just walk out. But for some reason, I had at least 2 assholes that just went, like, completely, like, AFK or away from controller or whatever. Like, and you can't kill them. You can't kick them out of your game. If you disconnect it, you lose all your mission progress and you have to start all over. So, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why would they design it like that?
Can't you just turn on your mic and just say, "Hey, dude, get the fuck over here"?
I got in the car, pulled right up to him, and like just honked the horn nonstop, and it's so loud.
Now, when I step on your foot, you nod your head, Mr. Samson.
Right.
Like that, right?
What I did on one is I got in a car and I pushed them out of the zone. One thing I did. And every player that did this, I reported them for griefing.
For abuse.
I don't even know if they're doing it on purpose or not. There's one guy who I think was like not even like in his house. He just like queued up and walked away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I definitely reported him. And like, I don't report people very often at all. I report people like once a year on Xbox Live.
He was probably high or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taking a little jail break, whatever.
Americans.
But it really grinds my gears that the game would be designed like that. Like, I should be able to just like dispose of this trash. I should just kick them out, right? That should be a thing.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
But no, that's not how they did it, and it's so goddamn dumb. The rest of the game is great, though.
Is there a kind of ultimate ending for doing everything, or?
Not. But there's like this. Do you mean for the multiplayer achievement or the whole game?
For everything, because you said, you got all the achievements, but that
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean you got everything, I guess.
Yeah, like I could still go get the fucking collectible things, but I didn't.
Yeah, well, you have to remember, Ty, we're talking to a guy that hasn't played a non-Nintendo console in, 20 years, so he doesn't know how achievements actually work.
Imagine being this sheltered. You guys are lucky to have me.
Hey, I have other consoles. I've played other things.
Cool story. Yeah, let me tell you. Tell us how much you like the EA Star Wars game that like fucking ruin
Hey.
the company.
I did not get Battlefront 2. I wanted to, and I still want to. And I probably
good.
will.
Oh, that's right. There were 2 of them.
Yeah. The first one was cool, man. I love that game. Played the crap out of that.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
But as always, I'll be here to roast you when you've never played like mandatory playing games like Ace Attorney or whatever.
Thank you. I have, thanks to you.
Yeah, that's right. Now get cracking on Leighton.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's playing it earlier today.
Really?
He gave you all the games.
Yeah, he did.
I did.
He did.
Jesus.
They're right up behind me, actually.
Is it that one covered in dust at the back there?
I can neither confirm nor deny. Should we move on?
Yeah, so that's all the stuff I played that's worth talking about.
Okay. Okie dokie. Well, I'll go ahead and go next with new business. You might see if this is a bit of a trend, but I've been playing a game that I really can't go into details about. I'll tell you what it is because it's something that's coming up. I've been playing a lot of The Gardens Between recently, and this first showed up on the European Nintendo Indies trailer that happened shortly before our last episode, basically around like the 20th or so of August. And
right.
It's like a time manipulating puzzle type of a game. And yeah, I'm working on a review, and I should be having that up by, I think it's maybe September 18th. So look forward to that.
Well, you can't say anything?
I don't want to risk it. I mean, they said no. I specifically emailed them and asked them.
So you can't say whether you like it or dislike it, anything like that?
No, yeah. You know what? I mean, it probably wouldn't matter, but just gonna stick with it, and just be the good guy here. I guess.
I haven't played it, but I saw the trailer in the direct, and it looked interesting. Looked cool.
Yeah.
So let's leave it at that.
Manipulation game. How does it stack up against Blinks the cat?
Blinks.
Yes.
You beat me to it.
I will have to do like a breakdown side by side of both of those games. Ty, if you can provide me with the footage of Blinks, I will greatly appreciate that.
No, I won't.
Yeah.
I thought everybody was going to go to that other game. The guy with the suit, the 2D game, the really arty one.
What?
What's the game I'm thinking of? James, help me out here.
It's not Framed, the one that Cyrus played, right?
No, this is...
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you mean. It's like black and white, right?
No.
Oh, yeah. This is a Microsoft exclusive game, right? Braid.
Yeah, Braid. That's the game I was thinking of. I was thinking, what was it called? Twine? I was thinking of Twine.
The World Is Not Enough on the N64.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. I think I own that.
I saw one on a Japanese auction site, an American version for like 8,000 yen. Thinking about it. With the box and everything, man.
Oh, fancy.
It's either that or buy 20 empty boxes of that, right?
Maybe 4, but we'll see how, what I can do.
Which one would you go for, Danny? 20 empty boxes of Twine or one, with the game in?
I don't know, 20. I could like hang them up in here and look pretty nice. Go nicely with, I think I showed this last time, my cool empty box for Arrow Gauge.
I'm going to fucking burn that thing. I'll throw it in your barbecue.
I will murder you. Yeah, but other than that, which I spent most of my time playing that game, The Gardens Between. But I did pick up a couple of other different little bullshit things on the side.
Oh yeah, I love bullshit things on the side. It's like my entire collection.
Right. Oh man. Well, one being Football Frenzy on the Nintendo Switch. This is a Neo Geo arcade archives game. So, originally released back in like '92 in both North America and Japan, and it's an American football game. Really arcadey, and they have some really big like sprites that they use in the game, and it's pretty impressive.
Is this a Neo Geo? Did you say?
Yeah, Neo Geo. This looks like it's it's a Neo Geo game. And with the hamster stuff that they always have out, there's always you could do like some kind of time attack mode and I think something they called caravan mode. I was looking at both of those modes just to see if I wonder if I can try to get a high score And I looked at the high score list that's on the side of the screen. There's only like 4 high scores. The whole game. I mean, that's worldwide.
And you couldn't do it?
Well, I didn't. I had to like stop playing because I had to eat dinner. So I was like, well, I can't continue this. So like with some of those modes, you can't like break. You can't like take a break in between your play because it's trying to make it so you can't like game the system by using like save states and stuff.
Right.
So they want you to play continually. I couldn't do it. So
4. I mean, even if you play for 1 minute, you'd still get on number 5 slot.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So anyways, I mean, it's a really kind of simplistic type of a game. I mean, the thing that kind of threw me though is because like they put like the Neo Geo buttons like up on the screen, and like let's say for example they put B, but like B is actually mapped to like Y, and then A is mapped to like R2 or so you kind of before like really getting into it and actually being able to play like in a functional manner, I had to go in and kind of fiddle around with the controls a little bit, but after that it's pretty straightforward.
That old Neo Geo arcade layout.
Yeah. And with it being like arcade based, I mean, in American football, you got to like pick a play, which compared to the last American football game I played on Switch, which is like 10 years older, you didn't ever pick a play. You just kind of played. You didn't even have the right amount of guys on the screen. You could only play offense. I mean, so, but
that was weird.
Yeah.
What game are you talking about?
A 10-yard fight, another Archives thing that I reviewed. That's up on the
that one.
Yeah, up on the website and up on YouTube. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's sometimes I don't understand why they do some of the things they do. Like, for example, like I said, you have to pick your plays and stuff when you're on offense. And if you win, from what I can tell, it's like after you win your first game, you go to a next game in like a tournament style type of thing. But after that, like your offensive plays are different than what they were the game before. I was like, I don't know why the fuck they do that. I don't know. That was just kind of weird. But I mean, generally speaking, it's a pretty fast-paced, arcade football type of game. Not like quite like NFL Blitz, but yeah, not bad for what it is. It was like 800 yen, so I'm not complaining too much about it.
Can you hurt people? Like
you tackle people. Nobody gets like injured or anything like that. So.
You can't kill anyone.
No. It's not that kind of a football game.
Lame.
Yeah.
Fond memories of playing NBA Jam and having an injury stat in the high double digits.
Yeah. This is, I mean, like I said, it's arcadey as hell, but it more borders along the lines of like realism and stuff, so you don't have like really out of this world things where you knock a guy up like 1 billion feet in the air or anything like that. So
brilliant.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, there's one other game I've actually been playing just out of general curiosity because I haven't played it in so long, and that is Virtual Pro Wrestling on the Nintendo 64.
Ooh.
Which is actually WCW versus NWO World Tour in the West. And the cool thing about this Japanese version, this was released maybe like 6 months later than the like North American version. So there are some very slight differences in the game. Like at the end, like the next game that came out in America, WCW versus NWO Revenge, after each match, you would have some kind of like a they give you like a scoring system. It's kind of bullshit, but they had it. And this version actually has a similar thing. And they also show like a pie chart and like of what type of attacks and stuff that you use, what kind of moves you used. And
interesting.
So yeah, it's interesting. And as opposed to that first game, you couldn't edit anything. You couldn't create a player. In this version, you can actually edit the creator wrestler or the wrestlers that are already in the game, just like their clothes. And it's kind of weird because they gave Hogan, like Hulk Hogan in his yellow outfit, they gave him black knee pads by default. And it's like, there's red knee pads, idiots. But you can go in and fix it. But
right, we McDonald's boys.
Right. So yeah, I've been having some fun with that. I mean, I love that series, just that series of N64 wrestling games. They're so fucking fun to play.
They are. I was never a wrestling fan, but as a fighting game player, I can tell you WCW versus NWO is a godlike game.
Oh yeah, man. And I mean, they only get better like the more you get with them. I mean, customization and stuff too. But I mean, this was the first one I played, and one of my friends had it back in the day, and I just remember just sitting around just playing forever. And yeah, it's so damn good.
One thing I really liked about that game is you could play like 1 versus 2 if player 1 was good enough. Like you could put down 2 players who were not as good as you.
Oh yeah, you can do that easily if you know what you're doing. Sometimes just like for example, you knock somebody on the ground, and if you press A enough, you'll be to do like some kind of a move on the ground. If you press it enough, even if you're standing like by his arm, you'll kind of just float over to whichever area. So it kind of you kind of game the system a little bit whereas maybe he'll be getting up really fast. If you hit the button fast enough, you're going to get him in some kind of a move and be able to wear him down.
And if you tilted the cartridge just right, you could play at Dragon Ball Z speed.
I'll take your word for it on that.
Look it up on YouTube. It's wild.
All right. Yeah. I noticed too, I mean, obviously, even in the Japanese version for the Japanese wrestlers that they have in the game, they must not have been able to get the licenses for those guys even here, because I've noticed that some guy, like the very few Japanese wrestlers that I know, I noticed like, oh, this guy is just called basically a parody of what he really is. And I was kind of double checking with my wife too. And I was like, do you know this weird name? And she's like, yeah. So, yeah.
What was it? Great Sasuke?
Yeah. They have some weird stuff. They have like it's supposed to be Muhammad Ali. I think they called him like, what was it? Like Johnson, Nixon? I don't remember. It was just something really weird in this game.
Richard Nixon.
Yeah, right.
Is it like that one baseball game that went viral where it had like all these funny Western names in it? Mm-hmm. And it turned out they were like actual players with just like letters mixed around.
A recent game or like a classic one?
No, like 90s.
Okay.
Maybe 80s. I think 90s.
You're not talking about King Griffey, right?
No, it was. Okay. Maybe it was a soccer game. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. ISS had always did the same thing. Yeah, they just mixed around the first initial and the first letter of their surname.
And the results are comedy gold.
That's right. David Beckham, things like that.
Oh, nice.
Easy way to get around it, and you can always got edit modes to fix that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, good call.
Yeah, and like I said, this game does have an edit mode, but it's just the outfits only. You can't edit the names, which kind of sucks. But if you know who the guys are, then it's not that big of a deal, I guess. But
that's always a good move that a lot of more modern wrestling games do. Is they can't put in like a famous wrestler or whatever, but they put in like all the exact parts you need to create them, right. And also like all sorts of famous characters from other things.
Right. Even in as this series got older and it went from WCW to WWF, there were some wrestlers that didn't have their license obviously available. They weren't in the same wrestling federation, but like because they had that DNA of like having these WCW wrestlers in this engine, they just left all the moves in, left a lot of really similar outfits in. So it's like you could totally just like remake guys that were in previous games. And I've done that in like WrestleMania 2000 and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, you want Bret Hart in your game, I mean, you could easily get him. His face isn't going to look the same, but, same as like Scott Hall or, stuff like that.
Sorry, I've got Stockholm Syndrome when it comes to wrestling games. I think I've said this before, but like back in high school, all my friends had these wrestling games and, we'd all bring N64 controllers over. And I'd be like, come on, guys, GoldenEye, let's do it. We play 2 rounds of GoldenEye, and then everyone was like, should we play whatever it is, NWO versus NCW, WWE, whatever it is. And I'd be like, this fucking sucks, man.
Just because they
were like, they were really into like wrestling, watching it on Sky Sports as well as actually playing the games as well. So
I just remembered Danny. When I went to America, I went digging through a lot of my old clothes that were kept at my parents' place. I have the official pre-order shirt for WCW versus NWO.
Oh, holy shit, that's awesome! How much are you willing to sell that for?
I don't know. I love it though. It's got Hulk Hogan and the Giant on it.
Oh man, brilliant! That's awesome.
If one of you guys like starts getting into something boring enough, I'll go through my closet and find it.
You brought it back with you?
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, that's.
I'm not sure where it is. I brought a lot of fucking clothes here. Like,
We'll save that for bonus video content at the end of the show.
Yeah.
All right. I got a whole bunch of other shirts too. Holy shit! I'm gonna blow your mind.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I should just tweet them all out. I got like Mortal Kombat 1, Soul Calibur 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I should probably never wear them again. Actually,
Probably not.
just to preserve them.
There you go. If you're watching live or if you're watching this on YouTube, stick around at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One little
I'll
thing.
put them all on Twitter for sure.
Okay. Well, one little thing I was talking about virtual pro wrestling. I think I put in. You could barely see it up there. I don't even know if I can even see it. Maybe. Oh yeah, it's.
What am I looking at?
There's an ad for virtual pro wrestling right here. You can't really even see it.
I can make out the word virtual.
Yeah. Sorry, it's kind of crappy lighting there. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. I might try to do some kind of like a retro review of the game because I just love it so much. And maybe just talk about some of the differences and stuff. So maybe look forward to that.
Do you remember the name of the developer?
AKI. Ukes.
Yeah, isn't it Ukes?
Well, the developer, AKI did that engine. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not too familiar with the lore here, but I believe they went on to
the lore.
They turned into Ukes, I guess, and they still work on wrestling games. They made Def Jam Vendetta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of a weird game.
I believe they did a lot of development on Rumble Roses as well.
Okay.
Oh god.
Which is the now that Killer Instinct's back, it's the next game I'm campaigning for a grand re-release of. And things are looking good. They put in the character in Bomberman, and they just relisted it on Xbox Live.
Okay.
So we might have this horrible new, highly sexualized game coming out.
Sounds like Japan.
What was that SNK Heroines game just came out?
Yeah. SNK Heroine injected right into my veins.
I was going to say, isn't that just the same thing?
No, that's a 2D fighter. This Rumble Roses is a 3D wrestling game.
Same as in it's just girls and boobs fighting.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Admits it.
What of it?
Right. Well, moving on. James, do you want to close out new business for us?
Please. Let's move on from fucking baseball games and wrestling games and whatever it is you talked about.
Cricket!
Yeah, tell us about the new cricket game, James.
Has there been one in like the past 10 years?
Probably.
And Danny probably knows better than me.
Maybe.
Okay, just wrapping up for summer of streams, which has come to an end now, by the way.
Oh, yeah, you've been putting in work.
What a queer.
Yeah. Well, summer's pretty much over. It's a bit chilly today.
It was cool for the first time. And
yeah. I'm wearing a t-shirt and it's not dripping with sweat.
Right.
Yeah. Let's remind everyone that Japan just had a record hot summer.
Yeah.
We're
basically a tropical island. So it's hell.
Yeah.
And it's good that it's cooling down because TGS is coming up and holy shit, that place can get really bad if it's not.
Hot TGS is shit TGS.
Yeah, that's the worst.
You guys should come to the summer Comic-Cons sometime.
No, fuck no.
People leave on stretchers, and I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
Fucking nerds. So I played this beat 'em up called Gekido, which I don't know if Ty's heard of it.
I have that on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, that's the only thing. So like I played it and I was like, okay, I knew it was a remaster of an old game, and I'm like, it looks not good enough to be an SNES game, and it didn't quite sit right with me. I'm like, what era was this game in? And then I researched it after the fact, and it turns out it was a Game Boy Advance game. So I think it's just called Gekido in Japanese, but it's called Gekido Revenge of Kintaro or something in English.
Revenge of the Subtitle.
Revenge of the Subtitle, yeah.
Yeah, I have that over here in my bag of Game Boy games.
Yeah, it's actually quite fun. I mean, I was only playing the demo, so the stream is only about 20 minutes long. But like, it's like it's a decent. I mean, it's pretty. What would you call it? Poverty, because because of the GBA game, they've got I think they've remastered the cutscenes, so the cutscenes are kind of like high res, but then there's no voice in them. So you would expect, you know, those kind of cutscenes to have voice, and they don't. Anyway, so they've just kind of like kept it Game Boy Advance in that way. But anyway, it's like it was super like cheap at the time as well. I didn't buy it, but like I think it was like 500 yen or something like that.
Yeah, that's a random game to re-release. I thought I'd never hear about it again. Wow.
There you go, 500 yen on the Japanese eShop if you want to buy it. And then I played a bit of Tokitori 2, which was a Wii U kind of like. It was quite a well-regarded game on Wii U. I don't know if it got. I don't know if it got released on other platforms, but
wait, wasn't it originally a Wii game?
This is Tokitori 2 Plus. Sorry,
this
is like
I'm thinking Tokitori 1.
There's a whole bunch of Tokitori games, but like this particular one, they kind of turned it into like a Metroidvania. It's like it's super in depth. Like it's
okay. I've got to convince you right now to join the campaign of erasing the word Metroidvania, and we're going to call it Explore 'em Up.
Explore 'em Up. All right, fair enough.
Okay. Have to make the change in the agenda for later on.
Yeah, so I put in a note already.
Okay, good.
So it does have a world map. You can select worlds, but like each stage is like really big, and you can only access certain parts of it at a time, and then you kind of unlock other parts, and you can revisit stages and, you know, go and visit other ones. But like the amazing thing is there's only 2 moves in this game, like sing and stomp your feet, and you think, well, that's going to be pretty limited. But then the puzzles that they've done are absolutely ingenious. Like the world that they've built, like the things in the world react to your singing or stomping. So it's all about basically attracting or repelling things. But the things they do with just those 2 moves, it's a work of genius. It really is. It's like how they thought of these puzzles with only 2 moves. It's insane how they did it. And the demo is super generous. Like it's got save points, and it tells you, you know, when you got like, I think it's like an hour demo or something like that. The stream is a little bit shorter than that because I cut out a few kind of boring bits, but like boring as in me failing and, you know, repeating the same things again and again.
Have to make yourself look good. I get it.
Yeah, trust me, no one would want to watch that. But like at the end of the demo, when it says like, okay, you got like 5 minutes left, and then it said, okay, the time's up, but we're not going to shut the demo off until you reach a save point. And I was like, wow, I was like super impressed by that. It's like, yeah, you can just play as long as you want. As soon as you hit the save point, then we'll end the demo. So usually, you know, it doesn't do that. It's just like fade to black, end, you know, game over, your time's up, right? But sure, it didn't do that. But yeah, that's a very big game. It's deceptively difficult, deceptively in depth, and it's really good. I remember, I think it was maybe Guillaume on RFN talking about that for quite a long time. He really liked it. And then I moved on. I wanted to get something really Japanese. I wanted something like can't be found on the other eShops, and unfortunately that limits it to either like porn games or like, you know, just fucking boring ass shit, or things that just don't have demos, and I'm not going to fucking spend 9,000 yen on some fucking bullshit.
More on that later.
Yeah, more on that later. Yeah. So
tell us about Nekopara.
So I found a Japanese exclusive game with a demo, and it was called Sumiko Gurashi Sumiko Park e Yokoso. Basically, it's like a Mario Party game based around this Sumiko Gurashi thing, which is like a famous kind of character, you know, range that's here in Japan. Like these very simplistic kind of round characters, kind of almost like Tamagotchi style characters. And yeah, it's got all the same kind of bullshit that you'd expect from a Mario Party game, you know, random encounters that are not really random. And, you know, all the CPUs are fucking cheating bullshit, or just, you know, just shit, you know. But it's funny. You can hear me just like swear like a trooper at that demo. So it's quite a fun video to watch me descend into madness as I play this game. Then a game that I actually bought recently, Pollin Night. I know that's you know, people played this game, a lot of this game. This is a very, very famous game. It's been around for a while on other platforms, and Switch got a release like last month or something like that. And they had a sale. It was like quite a good sale. It was like 40% off or something like that on the Japanese eShop. And then I had like about 500 300, 400 points or something like that on my in my eShop account, my like the coins saved up. So basically, I got this for like 600 yen, down from like 2,000 or something like that. So it's pretty good. So I thought, even if I don't like it as much as everyone else, 600 yen, can't go wrong.
Yeah.
It's very hard. It's an explore 'em up, Ty.
Oh, nice.
But like it's got a bit of roguelike, roguelite, whatever you want to call it. Like you're gonna die a lot, and maybe even Dark Soulsian, I guess. You kind of going back, you're dying, you go back to the same place, and you can go back and collect your soul where you died, so you can, Oh, there was another game that did that as well. Oh, of course, Shovel Knight, of course. Yeah, like the place where you die, you go back and then, get what you, lost. You have to actually fight your spirit to get it back, which I thought was pretty cool. I'll have to get back into this. I mean, I didn't enjoy my first hour with the game that much. I mean, it was okay. I mean, there's nothing technically wrong with the game, but maybe it's a very dark aesthetic. Like everything's just, it's not monotone, but it's it's very, very dark colors,
Mm-hmm.
The brightest color you're going to get is a dark purple, that's the happiest color you're going to get in this game. And yeah, I just kind of put it down after an hour. I was like, okay, yeah, that's an interesting start. Oh, maybe I'll get back to it 2 years from now. I've heard people say similar thing. Like people either fucking love it, like they do. There's a lot of DLC for this game as well. There's 4 DLC packs which are already in the Switch version. People play this for 40, 50 hours. It's crazy. Zach Miller on not our friend, Nintendo World Report.
Yeah.
He's put unbelievable amount of hours in it. He loves it, So that's how far you can get into that game. And then I played a bit of Yono, the Celestial Elephants, which Danny helped me out on. That was very useful. Played about an hour of that. Much enjoyed. I'm beginning to see how the game design structure of that game now. It's kind of like village, and then a bunch of rooms with puzzles and killing stuff. Village, bunch of rooms, killing stuff. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, it is.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be like that to the end, right?
And it is. And I think, I told you, I think I typed in this in the stream when we were doing it, but the combat in that game is not great.
Yeah. I kind of got used to it. I'm fine.
It's not bad. It's
not good, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not. It's just really simplistic. And that, but the thing is with that game, that's not the point of the game. Combat. It just seems like it's something they threw in because if they didn't, maybe just be too damn easy.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And I always keep telling myself this game was 500 yen or something like that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculously cheap, and you can't really blame it for not having Breath of the Wild level, polish when it's fucking 500 yen. Fucking get over it. Get over it.
I do feel bad though, James. I mean, I know that you have the Japanese version, and I think we mentioned on the show, you mentioned on the stream that the Japanese version, because it was published by I forgot the company, Circle Entertainment.
Fly High Works, I think.
I thought it was Circle Entertainment. Whatever, doesn't matter. But yeah,
same thing.
For whatever reason, they didn't include the English. Whoever the hell decided that, it's fucking dumb. But
yeah, they'll probably patch it. 5 years from now, it's now English unlocked. Yeah, never going to go back to it.
Right.
But yeah, it's a game that you can easily just dip in to now and again, and easily coast through it. I mean, it's not very challenging, but it's just an enjoyable coast of a game, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And then the most recent thing was Mega Man 11, which they just Capcom just dropped the demo like that. Ty, did you find out if that was on Xbone as well? The demo.
I think it is, but I didn't actually look.
Okay,
Sorry.
I didn't hear I didn't hear anyone on Twitter saying they were playing it on other systems, but the Switch version, it's fine. Mega Man 11. I mean, they got. Have you played it, Danny?
Yeah, it is up.
The demo's up.
Yeah, I have not
I
played
can probably queue it right now.
It's funny because they've got 3 difficulty levels, like newcomer, casual, and normal, and they have a little description,
Game journalist.
Yeah, game journalist is newcomer, and basically, I think if you fall into a pit, a little robot picks you up and puts you back on.
Oh, that's okay.
And you get infinite lives. I didn't want to do that. I mean, I'm not good at Mega Man games, and I have no history with these games, but I didn't want to embarrass myself doing that. So I did casual, which is where limited lives, but you don't get put back on if you fall off. You die. And then normal is like maybe 2 lives or something like that. And
OG.
Yeah, and like enemies take. I'm not sure if all enemies take more hits, but definitely the bosses do. Things like that. Anyway, I got to the end of the level boss on casual, and couldn't beat it. But it was a good ride, and I learned a lot through the run, because I had like a couple of goes at it, and then I realized I watched some other people's videos of them going through it, and even the kind of trailer, which I hadn't watched. I watched afterwards, and they were showing moves. I was like, oh shit, that's how you're supposed to do it. Like enemies that I had real trouble killing, like if I'd switched to the kind of electric suit, I could have one-shot killed them. Things like that. I'm trying to there's this enemy which turns around like a tire kind of enemy, and it's got one tiny gap where you can shoot through, and you have to perfectly time it. And I was like trying to perfectly time my shots. Fucking impossible to kill. Electric one shot kills it. The electric spark goes along the floor, and it can electrocute it from the bottom. Things like that. If you know what you're doing, things are a lot easier. But yeah, I like the great music though. Like I thought Ty joined me on that stream.
Yeah, that's true.
The music was good.
Yeah, and I did a little on the fly research.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, appreciate that. Finding out the composer, which was a lady.
Yeah, what's her name?
Who did other stuff, Monster Hunter stuff? Did you say? I think it was.
Yeah, but not as like a main composer, just kind of like a secondary composer or something. So this is her first lead musical role in a game.
Interesting.
Yeah,
that's good stuff.
I was really impressed by the one song I heard, so I'm looking forward to the product. Yeah,
it's Blockman is the boss, the only boss that you could the stage that you play in the demo. But yeah, it's like it seems like a good idea to do like a sequel in this way. It's like I guess it's similar to the Mega Man X series, but it's in 3D. But it seems to be staying to its roots, but being like a modern sequel to the games without being too away from the roots, if you know what I mean. It's not going to piss people who like Mega Man off. They're going to enjoy it, I think. And the last game, I mean, this is the main game that I want to talk about, but like I can't talk about it. This is annoying for people listening. I apologize. But like Undertale on Switch, our friends of the show 84 supplied us with a early review code for this. So I just completed my first run through of it, and on normal, if you know what that means for people who know Undertale, is that I got the normal ending. Unfortunately, we can't really talk about anything other than what you already know about Undertale, and the fact it's Undertale and it's on Switch, and yeah, you can play it on the train. It's Undertale, and you can play it on the train. It's great.
Did you get any comments or looks when you were playing it on the train before the release?
I actually haven't done that.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying it's possible to do that, but I myself haven't done that. I will be doing that soon. I'll probably this Friday, actually. But even then, that's a bit dodgy, isn't it? Because that's before embargo. It comes out on the 18th in the West. Oh, worldwide, I think, actually.
Probably worldwide, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably worldwide.
Oh, really? I thought it came out on a Saturday.
18th, I think it is.
I thought it was the 14th.
Yeah, but I think we can actually... Yeah, we have a first... I put my first hour with the game up on the Famicast YouTube channel, and yeah, a lot of people are watching that. So there is love for the Undertales, and it's very good. It's a good Famicast game because it's very popular in Japan, and like weirdly popular. It's like I don't know why this game is so revered in Japan, but like I mean, it has a Japanese translation thanks to A4.
Yeah. No, people were playing it like before it got translated.
Yeah. I had a kid at my school that he told me like after Christmas break maybe last year or the year before, he was like, Danny, I played this game called Undertale. And I was like, whoa, You in English?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Holy crap, kid!"
I wonder why. But yeah, there was a fan patch, and then there was that, I don't know if you call it controversy, but one of the characters, like how he refers to himself was different.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with this.
So the Oira or whatever.
Yeah, like it was like it was hotly contested on Japanese internet whether he's gonna refer to himself as Boku or Ore.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Toby Fox himself personally decided, no, he's gonna do Oira.
Yeah, I guess Toby Fox must speak a little bit of Japanese, right?
Yeah, he's probably a huge weeb. Maybe he does. I don't know.
Because there was like a tsundere, like there was a Japanese word just thrown in there in the English version, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, you can know that word if you're like just extremely online.
Yeah, it's probably a big weeb. But yeah, but anyway, about the game, I mean, I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I'm going to probably do another run through of it because it's not a very long game. I don't know what my final hour. Well, it doesn't measure in hours; it measures in minutes, doesn't it? Which makes it hard to say off the top. But maybe like 6 or 7 hours it took me to complete the normal run through. I don't know if that's slow, fast, super slow, super fast. I don't know. Ty, how long's a normal run through of Undertale?
First time you play through it, I don't know, maybe 8 hours.
Okay, yeah, I was around about there. Yeah. But I think I do know why. I know why Ty likes this game. There's a lot of, I mean, the humor in it is a lot of it reminds me of Ty. Like things that now I look back and think, oh, okay, that's why Ty said that. There's a lot of, I mean, even things like suck it nerds or dunk on you and stuff like that. I mean, you hear all these kind of, yeah, there's lots of references to anime figures and, nerd culture and, just really, really funny characters that you meet and weird characters. And it's funny because the whole game looks like it's been drawn in Microsoft Paint. It's but somehow the characters, because of how well written it is, they seem more alive than they actually are.
I think every major area of the game is supposed to be drawn like it would look like on various different consoles.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't realize that.
You get that first town, it's supposed to look like a Super Nintendo game, but the introductory area is supposed to look like I don't know, a Spectrum or some Dinosaur Age console.
Yeah, very simple colors. Yeah, like two or three colors max, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
James, how does the game perform on the Switch?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I have no point of reference, but
sure.
It's it loads immediately. It's got no slowdown.
I mean, I know this isn't like a graphically intensive type of game. I mean, I
think it was designed with Game Maker on PC.
Okay.
So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the reason why it took this long to come is because Game Maker was only recently become part of the what do you call it? The engines that are compatible with Switch. So now it is. There you go. I don't think it's very big. I'm just scrolling down here. Let me just see how big the actual game is. It's 193 megabytes. Okay. So not very big at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Mega Man 11 demo is bigger than Undertale. Don't know if you can see that.
Wow, yeah, I can see that. Nice and clear.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not very big, and yeah, it performs great. I mean, it's got some great music. I mean, I've been playing it. I have been playing it portably within my house, and I've been playing it on the TV as well. Both work absolutely fine. And yeah, I mean, we've got some videos, and we'll be able to have a video review maybe the 14th, I think, but before release. So you'll be able to watch a video review before the release. So yeah, look forward to that. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look forward to it.
Yeah, I can't say anymore. Okay. Before I get into trouble, me and Danny get dangerously close to being in trouble this episode.
Right.
So let's move on. Danny.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I
that's
have
good.
to work harder.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's going to do it for new business. Next, we're going to go ahead and move into now playing at thefamicast.com. So, now playing at thefamicast.com, as we talked about, lots of stuff on the horizon. But not only that, we have a lot of stuff that's been going up recently as well. James, do you want to start out here with what's been going on?
Yeah, I already mentioned it. I mean, More Fight, Gekido, Tokitori 2, Sumiko Garashi, Hollow Knight, Yono, Max, The Curse of the Brotherhood. I didn't talk about that. That was it was a sequel. I'm talking about Summer of Streams here, by the way. This was a sequel to a game called like Max and the Magic Crayon or something like that. It was a WiiWare game. Danny, I don't know if you remember this, but you could like draw with the pointer on the screen with the Wii U pointer.
Okay.
Sorry, the Wii pointer. So this is now, I believe Microsoft owns the rights to this game.
Yeah, it was actually one of the first 3 games they put on Games with Gold on Xbox One.
Oh, okay. So this sequel is called The Curse of Brotherhood, and you can actually play it with the touchscreen and stuff like that. But for the stream, obviously, I couldn't do that because the capture equipment requires it to be docked.
Right.
But you can just use it like the right stick and stuff. I mean, it's a cool. It seems like a cool concept. Not something I would like pay money for, but like, you know, it's obviously it's a more high resolution sequel to the 50 megabytes or what is it, 40 megabytes or 50 megabytes restriction of the WiiWare.
40, yeah, 40. Oh my
40
god!
megabytes.
Right.
Like God knows what that would have looked like. I'll have to go back and look at some old videos of that. And then Undertale first hour. And then for the patrons, we have a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe patron exclusive stream that we did. And this is the one where we've got like, you know, the split screen. We've got like all our gameplay playing simultaneously and a kind of video of us all on the screen at one time. It's fantastic video. Well, patrons, please take a look. I'm sure you already have or will soon. But yeah, we had lots of fun, didn't we, Danny?
Oh yeah, that was cool. That's cool. Well,
maybe Danny not as much, but you know,
you could see me just the level of happiness just kind of fall down through the floor towards the end after I realized how shit I am at Mario Kart. I mean, I thought I was at least like, you know, bare minimum mediocre, but no, it's not even that anymore. I
checked all your profiles after the fact, by the way. Like Cyrus was like, he'd played for like what, 15 or 20 hours. You'd played for 15 or 20 hours. Yeah. Aaron, the patron that we played with, he played for like what, 70 hours or something like that. Yeah. I'd only played it for like 3 hours because I only just got it.
You played quite a bit on Wii U though, right?
Yeah.
I didn't play so much on Wii U, and most of the time, like, the other stuff is like multiplayer with local friends and stuff. So, or like my wife, not like against people that are like really good at games. Not to like, you know, bad talks on my friends.
Danny, I don't know if you remember this. This is a while back, but like me and you, like me and my son, versus you and your wife over. Was it that was original Wii? I guess, or was it Wii?
No, that was Wii U. That was Wii U.
Yeah, because you can play 2-player online.
Yeah, I think that was 3 years ago, right after TGS.
That's right. Who won again, Danny?
Probably me, but you know, who's keeping count of these things? You know, I wouldn't do such a thing.
Me and a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
So what else have we got? Oh yeah, and I got a couple of written reviews. Kara Blaster, which we talked about last episode, and Owl Boy. So yeah, go and check those out. Both good games. And Danny? Oh, we've already talked about it.
Yep. Thanks, asshole.
Sorry. No. Oh, we talked about it together. Teamwork.
Yeah. First of all, too, just if you are a patron, thank you so much. We really appreciate your support. Ooh, yes. And just in case you're out there, you're wondering, well, why the hell would I want to give these assholes money? Well, it helps for basically so we can make a better show. We can get better equipment for events. We can, just overall make the Famicast website better. And we appreciate any type of contributions that you guys can make. So that's always appreciated.
And Danny, here comes a new challenger. We have a new patron.
Yes.
Do you know his name?
I forgot. It starts with an H. That's how much we care. Oh my God. What an asshole, right?
What an asshole.
You probably got it pulled up though.
Yeah, well, we actually don't know his real name, but it's Haitani, which he joined pretty much immediately after the last episode. I think he commented actually mid episode, during the live stream, the last episode, and then he said, he'd been meaning to join for a while and just kind of forgot, and he was like, so thank you, and he's a tier 2 patron, $3 patron, and he has instant access to all season 1 stuff and season 2 stuff, all the audio podcasts from season 1 and all the video streams from season 2 that we've done. Everything, he gets immediate access to it all. So he's got a lot of stuff to go through. So it's definitely worth your while. I mean, if you've been holding off for a while, I mean, if you subscribe like this month, like holy shit, you got so much stuff.
Yeah, you probably got days access to content. Like if you didn't sleep, if you just wanted to like totally go crazy Famicast all out, I mean, yeah, you could have probably maybe like a 24-hour marathon at least.
We had 8 shows in season 1, and they all had 3 episodes each. So yeah, please do enjoy. So yeah, welcome Haitani. You are amazing. Okay, Ty, what do we got?
We got TGS coverage coming up September 20th. And beyond, into a magical realm beyond the clouds.
That's right. Yeah, well, we've got a TGS preview spectacular coming up in this episode, so look forward to that too. Yep.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to be there like several days, right?
Yeah. I think all like basically different days. Ty, me and you might overlap a little bit.
All right.
But we'll see how that goes.
All right. Looking forward to it.
And friend of the show, John Cousins, he'll be there too.
Right on.
Cool.
That can.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that was a bit early. Say it again, Danny.
No, it's cool. All of this and more at the Famicast.
That can.
All right. Next up, we have the...
Sit your ass down, bitches. It's time for the Japanese.
Coming in at just the right time, too, James. Perfect, man. All right. So, as we mentioned towards the beginning of the show, there's a lot of news that's been coming out. A lot of it's TGS related. A lot of it's just kind of seemingly out of nowhere in like a good way. Kind of like this first one that was super surprising. I'll go ahead and
Danny,
take this one. Yes.
I for one am tired of mainline Final Fantasy games not coming to Nintendo systems. Do you have something for me?
Yes. Well, speaking of mainline Final Fantasy games, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remaster is coming to the Switch in 2009.
No, I said mainline. Not shitty spin-offs.
Right. I thought this game was cool. I mean, okay.
Actually, I own this game on GameCube.
Let me tell you guys about this game. Back in my prime Planet GameCube, now Nintendo World Report days, I actually got the import version of this to review.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so like I was the first or the main review on the site.
Wow.
For this game, and let me tell you, this game sucks dick.
Oh man, okay.
It's a very tempting game to buy when you come to Japan though, because it's got a beautiful big box and it's like 300 yen, and you're like, why the fuck not? That's what I did.
That's exactly what I did back in 2007.
Exactly.
Like, holy shit, you can't pass up on this thing.
It's like, look at the size of it. It's beautiful. It's Final Fantasy. It's white. It's a massive box.
Before we continue shitting all over this, okay, so Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles is getting a remaster. It's coming to Switch and PS4. It's coming out in 2019. It's going to feature online play this time and an additional dungeon.
That's cheating. That's cheating. Online play, that's cheating. You have to be all in the same room. I think I did that once.
With fucking Game Boy Advances hooked up to your
That's the thing though, like even if you do have a friend with a Game Boy Advance, they probably don't have the link up cable.
Yeah. I mean, Ty, whenever you did the review, like you played multiplayer and stuff?
Yeah.
Like did you get to play like the full thing with like, 3 other people?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's cool. Okay.
No, it wasn't. It still wasn't good.
Okay. I have good memories of this game because I played it. I had the English version.
Why?
I played it with a friend, and it was pretty fun to play together. And then we stopped playing because it was a pain in the ass to hook all that shit up.
Ty, Ty and like 3 other groups of people managed to do that. So
right,
in the whole world.
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
Finally, GameCube games are coming to Switch, baby.
I'm a little bit optimistic about this. This might be something I'd pick up depending on exactly when it releases, and then I'll let you know how much I hate it and hate my life.
All right. Yeah. Back at the time, this game was, of course, highly anticipated because Square hadn't made a game for Nintendo since the Super Nintendo.
Right.
And so I played it. I hated the shit out of that game.
What did you give it?
I gave it. I'm looking at my old review now. I gave it a 6.5, and I was being like extremely generous.
I was going to say you didn't hate it then. That's above average.
No, like come on a 1 to 10 scale, like 7.5 is average.
And on a video game scale, 6 is like the worst game ever made.
Yeah, like what I really wanted to give it like a 4 out of 10, but so. Like, I thought there was going to be, like, some blowback, some controversy about it, since, like, this game's a big deal, and I think it fucking sucks. And like, 0 people replied, like, to me. It's like, okay.
You should have just secretly knocked it down to 4 the next day.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed. The other 2 guys that reviewed it gave it 8 and 8.5, and boy, were they wrong.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I think I played it with an other person once, and neither of us enjoyed that time.
I'll be the one that's still in the camp of I think I liked that game back then.
Next.
Yep. Related to what I was talking about earlier, I was not talking about earlier, rather. The Gardens Between, which is coming out very soon. It actually has a solid release date for Japan, the same date as the rest of the world, September 20th. It's being published by a different publisher here in Japan, Kakehashi Games. So that's why we didn't see any information about it up until here recently. And just so you know, a lot of this news is coming from Japanese Nintendo. If you don't follow him on Twitter or check out his website, he is a really great source for Japanese Nintendo gaming news. Probably the best you're going to find on the internet. This guy doesn't miss anything. Ridiculous.
The only source.
Yeah.
Because all the other sources are just copying off him. So
right. If you want to read all about like Pocket Camp and stuff, I mean, he's got that. If you want to read about real video games, he's got that too. So
yeah, like time. But Danny, enough talk about the Crystal Chronicles. Give me a fucking real Final Fantasy game.
All right,
on Nintendo systems.
We got it here, guys. We got it here. Final Fantasy 15.
Boom! Finally,
Switch.
Nice.
Pocket Edition.
What?
This is the one where you road trip with your bros, right?
Yes. Okay. Pocket Edition.
Let
that sink in.
Let that sink in. You put
Isn't that the one that Ty bought on his Android phone?
Yeah, for the achievements, probably.
Right.
So yeah, it from what I'll be perfectly honest. I don't know a lot about this version, just a little bit that I've read from like news stories and stuff. But I mean, it's still Final Fantasy 15, just kind of like a chibified, slimmed down kind of version.
But at least because it's a mobile game, it's like $10, right?
Yeah, set retail price for 2,980 yen.
Fuck off. So, I mean, a lot of angry people on Twitter when I said that. I'm like, people don't seem to accept facts. When I say like there hasn't been the mainline Final Fantasy game on the Nintendo system since the Super Nintendo days, a lot of people took offense at that. Well, there was a sequel to Final Fantasy whatever on the DS, or there was a spin-off on this, and there was all these games on WiiWare, and there was like the ROMs on the Virtual Console, blah de blah de blah de. Don't forget about Game Boy Advance. Yeah, all the remasters and all the remakes. Yeah, those are all just ROMs of Super Nintendo games.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think one of the biggest problems is though with putting, especially if you think about the newest Final Fantasies that come out. I'm not saying this is just like
I'm talking 7 to 10.
I know. But if you try to put like real ass Final Fantasy 15 on the Switch, I don't think that's gonna fucking work. They made it with like high end stuff in mind, and that's just not gonna work on a Switch.
I'm talking 7 to 13
Yeah, I'm not
easily would run
denying.
on the Switch.
I'm not denying any of that. But you're talking about like new games coming to it, or are you talking about you would
No,
want?
no, no. I'm just saying. Isn't it weird that Final Fantasy VII has never been on Nintendo system?
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that Final Fantasy VIII has never been on? Isn't it weird? 9, 10, 11. What? Which one was the online one? 12? Or was
There
that
were
11?
two online ones, I
Yeah,
believe.
11 and 14.
11 and 14. Well, skip 11. 12, 13, 13.2, 13.3, whatever.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird that if they've been on Xbox, they've been on PC? Why not Nintendo? It just seems like the Yamauchi curse, the Yamauchi, middle finger that he gave to Square back in the day, still rings true to this day.
Sure.
It's like, why isn't Final Fantasy VII on Nintendo? It doesn't make any fucking sense. He's in Smash Brothers. Cloud is in Smash Brothers.
I think especially considering that Final Fantasy VII is on basically everything now. You can get it on your phone, Android or iOS, doesn't matter. It's kind of ridiculous that we don't have it on a Nintendo system at this point. I mean, why the hell not?
Tell you what,
clearly,
if I ever get the chance to interview anyone at Square, then I'll leave in that room till they've answered that question.
Yeah,
that's for damn show.
Good luck.
So yeah. Sorry, it's just old wounds come back when I see fucking Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition. Well, and it's also coming to the other consoles as well, which is weird.
Yeah, it's coming to Xbone and PS4 as well.
That's right. Square loves throwing that tax onto their games, don't they?
Yep. People pay it.
Next.
Anyways, James, do you want to talk about this new one? I think you actually kind of like this character, right?
Ooh. I love Yoshi. His new game on Switch. It kind of got accidentally announced. Yoshi's Crafted World, the sequel to Yoshi's Woolly World, come to Switch sometime in the future.
Right.
So, yeah, except this is not yarn. It's like...
Let me guess, it's cardboard.
Yeah, exactly. Crafted well. Well, actually, this is the one that I thought didn't look very good in this initial trailer. I thought it looked a bit Unreal Engine 4. So hopefully they've tidied it up a bit by then. It's just like cardboard. It just by its instinctive nature is not as charming as wool. I'm sorry,
right?
But sorry, Labo. Actually, that's a good point. Maybe this is all they're going to release some kind of Labo attachments for this Yoshi.
Oh God, don't say that.
Giant cardboard Yoshi.
Could be.
There you go. Yoshi's Labo World coming soon. But yeah, we haven't talked about the fact that the Nintendo Direct was scheduled for last Saturday, was it, or Sunday?
Thursday.
Can't remember. Oh, last Thursday?
Yeah, 7th. Friday. What the fuck? Sure.
Friday.
Last week.
It was scheduled, but then there was a big earthquake in Hokkaido, and they've been going through some trouble. So, out of respect, Nintendo delayed it. Some people that upset a lot of people, a lot of assholes. But maybe a lot of this news that was going to be announced at the Direct is now kind of like it's like a pressure cooker. These things are about to pop out somewhere or another. All these kind of third parties that wanted to announce stuff there, even Nintendo themselves, they've kind of let stuff out, either accidentally or on purpose. Like have you got the special edition Switch on here?
Oh, the Pokemon one?
Yeah, like the Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee Switch. We've got the brown and yellow Joy-Cons for $400.
Whoa!
For the low price of $400. I mean, I think you and Cyrus shot me down when I said they'll probably release a Pokemon bundle with the Pokeball and the game package in, and that's exactly what they did. By the way, Danny.
Now that in terms of, I don't even think I even said that. Okay.
Well, it's probably Cyrus, but he's not here. But the fact that it's $100 extra, I didn't predict that.
No, but
yeah.
Think about this, man. The game's like roughly $50. The controller is roughly $50.
That's right. So they haven't really done any. There's no value there whatsoever.
No. Just the design on the console itself. That might be enough for some people.
Somebody just etch-a-sketched some, Pikachu and Eevee.
Well, I don't think it looks that bad. It looks fine.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's harmless. So yeah, there you go.
Yep. Konami's in the news with new video games here lately again.
Wow.
Konami in Japan is actually going to be publishing Snake Pass.
Snake.
One of the early indie games that came out on the Switch last year. It's finally getting released here in Japan.
Oh shit! Right. Yeah, I was going to say that. Why is this news? Yeah, kind of is news.
Is this a Metal Gear tie-in?
Yeah,
right. It is.
It is now.
Yeah.
Kept us waiting, huh?
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Come on, I don't get paid for this shit. That's amazing.
Exactly. A little bit on sales numbers here in Japan. Switch is over 5 million units sold here.
Damn.
Yeah.
L is going to overtake Xbone soon. Xbone's got a hell of a lead. It's had a 2 or 3 year lead, so it's not long till it'll overtake it.
Any day now.
Any week now.
Excuse me, I believe that's a 5-year lead.
Oh, was it? Shit.
Anyways, James, I'm pretty sure this was you. You added a new kind of funny thing, but it's true. It's something that a lot of people outside of Japan maybe don't realize about pricing of games in Japan. We talk about it sometimes here on the show, but sometimes I think it's good just to kind of reiterate how some of this stuff goes. And James, do you want to talk about what you've put together, if this wasn't
I was browsing the Japanese eShop the other day, looking for demos, other games to stream, part of a summer of streams. And then I bumped into like a bunch of these games, and I just couldn't believe the prices I was seeing. Like, these are just astronomical prices. I mean, for example, the Orochi 3, the Warriors... Oh, sorry, is that Muso Orochi? Yeah. Warriors Orochi 4?
Yeah.
These are going for like 8,000 yen. And there's one, for the deluxe edition, is 12,000 yen. So these are like those Muso games. Like, the standard one is 8,000 yen. That's ridiculous, right? Okay, and then we have... I mean, things like, The World Ends With You final remix, that's 5,000 yen. That's, who cares about that? That's standard price. It's probably going to be cheaper in the West, probably going to be $40 in the West, but, whatever. There's a racing, motorbike racing game called MotoGP 18.
Saw this.
That's 6,400 yen. I don't think it's got a Western release date at the moment. Not sure about that one. That's a lot, right? And then we have Senjo no Valkyria Chronicles 4, which is coming out soon. And I played the demo and streamed it. It's great game. That's 8,000 yen in Japan. Ridiculous. But we're not even there. We're not even at the top yet. So these Atelier games, so these kind of RPGs with a lot of kind of cute, let's just say, interestingly aged girls on the front. Now they're selling the single games for about 5,000 yen each. They're releasing like a whole trilogy of them, like all these. They kind of like remastering the last 3 or something like that. But you can actually buy them in one as one package for 11,000 yen. 11,000 yen for well, I guess it's 3 remakes of old RPGs. It's not too bad. So yeah. I guess the most expensive one is the Warriors game for 12,000 yen. But like, it's crazy. Go ahead.
I'll tell you too. I mean, those Koei Tecmo games, they're really big culprits for doing this. I mean, there's a lot of just like of these type of series that have been around in Japan for a long time, and they still make them. They still sell them for these ridiculously high prices. Same goes, like I mentioned earlier in the show, Romance of the Three Kingdoms. There's like 15 of them now, and they always sell for like 9,000 yen or so. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's just, sometimes it really just depends on the publisher and who's making the game. That kind of changes the price here. Square games are notoriously expensive. I mean, that's kind of dumb. And that MotoGP game, James, that you mentioned, that kind of surprised me because I saw that and I was like, why the hell is this so expensive? I don't even think it's like I could be wrong. I don't think it's even has a physical retail release either. It's just digital only, maybe.
And they use bull shots on the eShop page. Do you know what bull shots are, Danny?
No, what's that?
The high-res renders, like not actual in-game footage. They use like high-res renders from like a higher spec version of the game off of the PC version of the game. to make you think that's what it looks like.
Are you fucking serious?
No, go and have a look now. So yeah, you're just going to splash down 6,000 yen on a game which probably won't look anything like the screenshots on the eShop.
That's fucking egregious, man.
Yep, we'll call those bullshots. Ubisoft are good at those as well.
Yeah.
Oh, they often use bullshots in videos form as well.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Anyway, there you go. That's my little mini feature of most expensive games ever. Well, I guess those NBA games and stuff, aren't they? They're expensive in the West.
Yeah, but those are just like, if you get the base game without any of the extra bullshit virtual currency, it's still like $60. But in Japan, those type of sports games are always a little bit more expensive, usually around like 75, 100. Depending on the exchange rate, it could be like $70.
What are all these extras that you get for like the 90 or 100?
Extra virtual currency, usually. Access to some stupid cards. I really despise how they do some of this stuff in the game.
So that's things that are expendable, like consumable. Shit.
I mean, it's some kind of a controversy. Actually, 2K came out and people were bitching about like how in the last NBA 2K game, you had to use some of this in-game currency to like buy a fucking haircut that you couldn't even get a preview of for your character.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
And I remember, I saw the tweet and I was like, oh yeah, that was fucking stupid. And then
I paid for that.
Yeah, I forgot what they said, some kind of off the collar thing that like they clearly don't understand why they're pissing off gamers, which is fucking ridiculous. But yeah,
unbelievable. There you go. So let's move on to today's special feature.
Yes. So as you know, TGS 2018 is coming very, very soon, and we here at the Famicast are going to be there to cover it for you. Not necessarily thinking of our health or anything like that, but we're going to be there. We're going to do lots of stuff.
We'll be the only website going to Tokyo Game Show 2018. So
only one. So you got to keep it locked with Famicast.com and us here on YouTube. Right?
Yeah.
Well, first one's for Ty, I think. Probably.
Yeah.
Oh boy, yeah. Level 5, boys.
Yeah.
You like level 5, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure I like any of these games they have listed. But be that as it may, level 5 is returning to the Tokyo Game Show for the first time in 6 years. Holy shit.
Yep. Jinx.
Right. They're showing off. Let's see. What do we got here? We got Yokai Watch 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yowzers.
Inazuma 11. Ares no Tenbin. Fuck, I should have said Ares no Binbin. Fantasy Life Online.
Mm-hmm.
That's a balance
of Android. I've never seen a game title I wanted to avoid harder in my life.
That's a sequel to the 3DS game.
Yeah, I think
it's already out. I think they talk about it on 8th Floor, don't they?
Yeah, this is something that's been out for a little bit now.
Ares no Tenbin is Balance of Ares, by the way. I don't know if that's going to be the official English title, but there you go. That's the translation.
That's just okay. Ares no Tenbin is like, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be the English title. Like, as it, anyways.
And Yokai Watch Metal Wars on mobile.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the good news is, Ty, even you play any of those games,
what do you get?
What do you get? You get a original. Well, it says can badge here. I'm assuming that means like metal badge. So you can play any of those games and you get an exclusive to Tokyo Game Show badge.
What's on the badge?
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
An empty can.
Fuck.
Yeah. Actually, James, I don't know if you remember, but the last time Level 5 was at TGS, that might have been my first or second TGS.
Really?
So I do remember playing some Level 5, some stuff that was just not fun. Like, I played like an action-based Inazuma 11 game on Wii, and...
I played. Maybe I played that game as well. Were you working for NWR?
Yeah. Ty, I think maybe one of the last times they came too, they had Leighton versus Wright.
Yeah, I believe I played that.
Yeah,
I was
you did.
there.
Yeah,
I did as well. Yeah, I think I wrote previews for both of those games that you talked about, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
On
not for the stupid soccer one. I wrote that. Oh God.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I definitely wrote one for an Azim 11 game in the past.
There might have been multiple. That game sucked, but
Brilliant. So Danny, next one's for you, right? Because only you know about this game.
yeah. So I found this really cool because I really did like this game on the 3DS. A new Umihara Kawase game is coming to the Switch, and it's going to be on the TGS show floor. Now you're probably thinking like, what the heck is Umihara Kawase? And for those in the West, you might be more familiar with its localized title on the 3DS called Yumi's Odd Odyssey. Basically, that series. For those that don't know anything about it, it's basically like a side scroller where you have kind of like this yo-yo thing that you're throwing at different parts of the stage, and you're basically using physics to kind of like bounce your way and swing around like the levels and stuff. It's really cool, really fun. A lot of people didn't like it on 3DS. I thought it was actually really fun, but
is the character like highly sexualized?
You know, okay.
In Japan,
the cover art they gave her like really big boobs.
Like, but in the game, she's just like a little cute sprite.
No, well in the 3DS game it was like 3D models and stuff. And this series has been around since Super Nintendo, I believe. Been releases on PlayStation and PSP and stuff. Yeah, the actual in-game model looks a little bit different. I mean, it looks a little bit more like a kid because it's supposed to be kind of like a fucking kid.
That's what I thought. So, it's weird. Like, yeah, the game, the packaging and the artwork and the posters surrounding the game are very different from the actual game.
Yeah, it's not like it's not okay. I mean, yes, it is a little bit sexualized on the cover, but it's not as bad as what you would usually see for something like this. I mean, you just look and you're like, wow, that's an awful lot of cleavage for this probably very young girl. That's weird.
Hashtag Japan.
Yeah,
right.
Those are those breasts can be described as perky.
Yeah.
How to sell games in Japan. 101.
Right.
Yeah. But
see me in SNK heroines.
Yeah.
Right then. Now, next one.
Oh, hold on.
What?
Yeah, sorry. There's a little bit more to this because and actually, there's a word here that Ty loves. The whole setup for the game are usually kind of like level based, and you kind of basically be going through levels until you get it figured out. But this is actually going to do a
explore 'em up
type of a situation where it's not based on quests. At least levels are kind of connected, like a connected map. So that's new for the series. Looking forward to actually getting to try this out at TGS.
Cool. That's on Danny's list for games to play at TGS.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some capture.
Now the next one is all about Ty, because he's been talking about this since the Switch came out.
Right? Yeah, Gyakuten Saibon, boys. We got Ace Attorney.
That's right.
Most years they do some special crazy thing for Ace Attorney. If anybody gets a whiff of anything Ace Attorney related, they're doing a big show about it, and they're definitely doing a big show this year.
That's
I
right.
guess it's called Series Special Court 2018. Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to make like a courtroom thing. They've done that in the past, right? Like a courtroom.
On the other hand, this is only like 40 minutes long. So 40 minutes, they promise to deliver, quote, deliver up-to-date information on the Gyakuten Saibon series that fans cannot miss. And a Nintendo Switch entry has been confirmed. So
it's probably going to be that, right?
Yeah, I don't know. 40 minutes, man.
Yeah, they get the producer on the stage, and then a cute girl kind of interviews them, and she kind of laughs a lot, and then asks like 2 questions, and that takes 40 minutes easily.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, you're right. They're probably gonna.
And then they show a trailer at the end.
Show the trailer, put it up online.
That's
Good
right.
game.
Out today.
Holy shit!
You know what, Danny? I totally forgot. I was talking about this with Brian, Mr. Japanese Nintendo, offline, and he reminded me that Lady Layton has already been out on the Switch for ages.
Well, it just came out last month, I think.
Yeah, it's like it's just that totally just didn't get much of a fanfare at all. I mean, I know it's not a real Layton. Well, it is a quote unquote real Layton game, right?
I mean, that's all released last year on 3DS.
Oh, that's
phones
right.
Too. So I think maybe that's why it was not such a big deal. But
he also told me it's language locked, despite the mobile version having English.
I could see level 5 doing that.
That's disappointing, isn't it? Like not throwing the English up on there.
Anthony Dranfield in the chat says it sold 9,000 copies.
Good luck to him.
I don't know if he's being serious, like real sales, or just talking about what. Anyway, okay, nice one.
Okay, we talked about Umehara Kawase Fresh! Exclamation point. Danny forgot the exclamation point last time.
Sorry.
Next one, Kairosoft has announced game Haten Koku ++, aka Game Dev Story, and Yuke Muri Onsen Kyo, aka Hot Spring Story. Wow, that one sounds like way better. They're both in development for Nintendo Switch, and I think they're going to be at Tokyo Game Show. Okay. So there you go. Hot Spring Story or Game Dev Story. Which is your choice, Danny?
I'd say Game Dev Story. That sounds pretty cool. From the title alone.
Ty?
Where's Ty?
Do you wanna manage onsens or game development?
No.
Neither. We talked about this Ninja Warriors game before, right? Because I remember we made fun of the title last time. So Taito have announced that Ninja Warriors Once Again. No, that's the name of the game. Will be at Tokyo Game Show as well.
Yeah, forgot all about that.
Once again, that title, the Ninja Warriors Once Again.
This is what they're making instead of a new Bubble Bobble.
Yeah, right. Come on,
guys.
Acquire, famous Japanese publisher here, announced a 4-player beat 'em up called Scrap Rush is coming to Switch. That's going to be at TGS. And then, thank you to the person who edited that. So Neo Future Labs, I've never heard of Neo Future Labs before, but they announced a first-person explore 'em up game called Hammer World Dimension Traveler for Switch. That's coming out next year, but that's going to be at TGS. So this is obviously the sequel to, Danny?
Project Hammer.
There you go. It's not. Might as well be.
I got you, James. I got you, man.
Hey, or Octopath Traveler.
Same thing. Same way.
It's the crossover game we all wanted.
Right?
Project Hammer and Octopath Traveler.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
There we go. Bada boom. And there's also going to be 20,000 indie games this year. Actually, usually Sony sponsors the indie section, but this year Nintendo are also sponsoring it. So that's the first time ever, because they've actually got games there. So yeah, it's co-sponsored by Nintendo and Sony.
Wow.
So they'll probably have a bunch of those little Nintendo Switch little red boxes that they put.
Rare footage of Nintendo acknowledging that TGS exists.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, people don't understand, man. I mean, because Nintendo themselves don't go to TGS, there's no first-party game ever been at TGS ever in the history of the world.
Yeah.
So we have to rely on third-party Nintendo games. Cue Laughter Track.
Right.
Right?
And
they don't exist. Third-party Nintendo games don't exist. So we never get to usually play much.
Yeah. I mean, I understand, back in the day, you had shows like Space World, and it kind of made sense. It's like, yeah, we're not going to TGS. We have our own show, dummies. And that's fine. But they haven't had a Space World in decades.
Right? Why should they? It's so much cheaper just to do a Nintendo Direct.
I know.
And probably way more effective.
And then what they'll do, and a kind of a trend that Nintendo has done, yes, directs, and if they want to show off games, they have like small events at like shopping malls and stuff. There was one over the summer where they were maybe James, maybe you pointed this out, but they were doing some at some different malls across the country for like Smash Brothers.
That was a thing. Yeah.
Do they still do that thing in the US where they drive a party van around?
Yeah,
I hope so.
They've also got the Nintendo Store in America, which they weirdly don't have one in Japan.
Yeah, they also have the Pokemon VW Beetle from 1998 still cruising around.
Good shit.
No, it's probably not, but let's just pretend it is.
I can't help but think they gave one of those away.
Yeah, they did. I think it was a prize. I think I have a magazine in here.
When did the Nintendo Direct start? Because they weren't in the Wii era, were they? It was like Wii U era, 3DS era,
3DS.
So
I mean, there were.
So Danny, your thing about, you know, they hadn't had a space world in years. There was a huge gap of like, you know, maybe 5, 6, 7 years where there were no Nintendo Directs, and Nintendo were not going to TGS, and they were not having their own show. And those were the years when, you know, we were covering TGS.
Yeah, well, okay.
Well, I was, at least, anyway.
I'm just thinking, like, this is just off the top of my head. I know they had Nintendo Directs in 2012 because I remember one about, you know, Mario and stuff coming out on 3DS. But even when they didn't have what they called Nintendo Directs, there was always some kind of a video presentation they would do around September, even as far back as like before the DSi came out, like right as the DSi came out. And,
but there was a good 5 years when I was going to TGS for Nintendo World Report, and you know that was it. There was nothing. It's crazy.
Anthony Granfield, he adds in, he thinks it was maybe 3DS Wii era. I mean, yeah. James, like you might be thinking like 2000. Yeah, man. Like, what was your first TGS? 2007.
2007. Yeah.
Yeah. That there wasn't shit back then.
That was
I could almost guarantee.
Dark times.
Yeah.
No More Heroes. That was my first game. Preview game. Yeah. Coming soon to Switch. Travis Strikes Again.
Right.
Friend of the show.
Best 51. Friends. We talk about wrestling games all the time.
There you go.
Well, good that one time. Anyways, that's going to do it for the news and TGS talk. Of course, keep it locked here.
Right. We can't talk about indie games we're looking forward to playing because there's so fucking many of them.
Yeah.
We'll just have to get back to you. We'll just choose the best ones and we'll report on those.
Exactly.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to find some real fucked up stuff for you.
Cool.
Believe it.
All right. Well, next up, what we have here is your feedback. If you want to send us an email, you can. You can do that at thefamicast@gmail.com. If you want to hit us up on Twitter, you can do that at thefamicast. Hit us up on Facebook, Famicast. Hit us up right here on YouTube, YouTube/Famicast. Comment on videos, do whatever. Comment on our website, thefamicast.com. You can have your comments, questions, criticisms, whatever, read out on the air like these guys. So, James, what do we got today?
All right, we'll go straight into YouTube comments. So first one is from Explorer, and he's capitalized the X. So yeah, he's extreme. This is from my Splatoon 2 Splatfest stream that I did, the one that was Relax versus Adventure. He just said, excellent channel, which makes me think he's a bot. So anyway.
Take it.
I'll take it. Next one is from there's a couple from the Morfight stream that I did. First one was from Karmic Wheel. He says, wow, look, this game looks pretty interesting. Great gameplay. I think I might have to play this one. Have an awesome weekend. And then Russ Greener says, looks boring to me. So yeah, different opinions. Different people, different opinions.
Sure. He
said JC did keep missing the instructions, which didn't help his playthrough. Yeah, good point. Yeah, what can I say? I don't like reading. I actually can't read. So
yeah, right
in your face. Next one is from the Gekido, that classic GBA game that Ty loves.
Oh yeah.
Russ says no, thank you.
Oh.
So thanks for that, Russ. And next one is from the Tokitori 2 stream, that puzzle explore 'em up game with the cute bird. Another one from Riz Greeno. He says, oh man, I got a few hours into this on the Wii U. Another stain on my backlog duvet. Always has a way with the words there, doesn't he, Russ? Yeah, thanks for that. Next one is from a trailer that we posted for Soundfall, which none of us are really aware of, really. But turns out it's like super popular. We got like so many hits on this trailer. I don't know why. But loads of people watching, commenting. This guy called I Met a Night. He's like, those are 4 words, I met a night. He says, wow, this actually looks pretty good. So yeah, have to keep an eye on this one. And then last one is from my Hollow Knight stream. And I don't really get this one, Ty, but Joshua Duken says, Ty would get wrecked in this game. I don't know why he's calling you out. It's like, because I play pretty terribly in this stream, and then he's like, he's calling out you, that you would get wrecked at this game. I don't understand why he's done that.
Wow. Add me on Xbox Live and get dunked on, kid.
It's also spelled your name T-Y-E, so there you go.
First to 5. Bet it. Bet it. Bet it.
T-Y-E Ty. Yes. Cool.
Okay. Move on to some
scrub quotes. Am I right?
Let's move on to some tweets. So this game called, what is it called? Aragami Shadow Edition. This looks interesting. So I actually tweeted this one at the Famicast because I wanted to quickly talk about it. It's like is it, what was that ninja game where it's like one hit kill? Was it like Tengu Assassin, Stealth Assassin, or something like that?
Tenchi Muyo?
Tenchu?
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 Sounds familiar, yes.
Tengu is that thing with the nose.
I've never actually played it.
Well, apparently it's got crossplay between Xbone and Switch, and it's coming out.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a co-op kind of stealth ninja game where you like just one hit kill people, but you also yourself can be one hit killed. And yeah, so it's got co-op crossplay, which is I don't know, I've never heard of that before. So yeah, it sounds interesting. Aragami Shadow Edition.
I'll put that on my radar.
Coming this fall. Next one is from Backlog Busters, which is I believe is a podcast. Yeah, it's a podcast, and he or she, probably he, was looking for a podcast to listen to while washing his dishes. And if you're listening now, then my advertisement worked, because I said, I promise, if you listen to this podcast, your dishwashing speed will increase by 5,000%. So if you're listening,
wow, I can't wait to stop listening to this.
What else we got here? So Russ is saying, what is this about? Danny, maybe you know about this one. Why are you giving handfuls of cash to Russ Greeno?
He had a really good hot tip about basically a game that's particularly or possibly leaked from EA coming out next year.
Nice.
If you kind of scroll up a little bit on the tweet, you'll be able to see it. But basically, I was saying, like, we really need to get Russ on the old Famicast payroll here, so we keep these juicy tips, coming in.
Oh, right. He says he can't name his source on this league, but he can reveal that one of their unrevealed games this next year has the code name 20 FIFA, and he'll release more details on this mysterious game soon. Yeah, what could it be?
Don't know.
We'll find out soon enough.
It's got to pay him the money.
There it is.
Got the whole dog and everything.
Oh, we just got one from him. He says, check out Famicast, hosted by 3 sexy nerds. Famicast. Is that a throwback to Boris, who was on the last episode?
Yeah, probably.
That's right. Boris actually overtook the Twitch channel for an hour or so. But don't worry, we've changed the passwords since then, so
sure, yeah,
we won't be able to do that again. But yeah, there you go. Back to you, Danny. Back to you in the studio, Danny.
Thanks a lot, James. Thanks for not letting Boris come back. Yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for Famicast 133. For those of you that joined us in the chat live or have been watching live, thank you so much. For those of you out there that are listening on the audio version, hey, thanks a lot. Hope you enjoy whatever musical choices I put in here.
Tell us how fast your dishwashing improved by.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to email us or message us something about that. So look forward to reading about the dishwashing.
Right.
In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and give out our Twitter handles. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can. If you want to follow me, you can follow me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. James, where can we follow you?
At Famicomplicated for all your gaming needs.
Right. And Ty.
Super Cat Drugs. Follow my Twitter to find out how Doom and Hamtaro have a shared universe.
Hold.
Can't wait.
All right. That's real, by the way.
As we're going to say goodbye to the audio listeners, And then video listeners, video watchers are going to experience some exclusive T-shirt watching.
Yeah, a magical realm.
Right then, let's get on board the TGS hype Shinkansen. And then next episode, it's going to be the TGS Spectacular, right?
Woo! Please don't crash on the way.
Peace!
Lates.
See ya.
All right then. Ty, what you got?
Well, first of all, here's what I'm wearing.
At least you're wearing stuff.
This is the...
Actually, Danny, you should click on Ty's video.
I did.
Yeah. This is a semi-official Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden t-shirt.
Oh, excellent.
Semi-official.
From Yee-T.
E.T., like the alien?
No, Yee-T,
I
believe. Y-E-E.
Nerd!
They do all sorts of nerdy-ass shirts. All right, now I'm going to dig around in my closet and see what I got.
Okay,
so you guys fill time while I do that.
I'll entertain Danny in the meantime.
Yeah. What?
Hey, Danny, I'm actually enjoying some Halloween-flavored chocolate here.
Oh, nice.
Can you believe Halloween is just around the corner / 6 to 7 weeks away?
Right. I was at Costco the other day here, and of course, you look around and there's Halloween stuff everywhere. And I guarantee, if I try to go at the end of this month, it's going to be all gone.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's like Christmas.
Yeah.
Well, Christmas will be immediately after Halloween.
Right. I mean, it is crazy. I mean, James, like I came to the city where I currently live, like in 2010. And just thinking about all of the Halloween stuff that's popped up since then. I mean, I think we've been talking about it every year for the past God knows how long now. But you know what I mean? It's just kind of surprising how much that's getting more and more popular and just more and more common to see even like, little ornaments or whatever the hell, stuff that you can decorate your house with and stuff.
Well, next year is going to be the 7-year anniversary of the Famicast, isn't it?
Yeah.
So at least that long.
Good point.
March, isn't it?
Yeah.
3DS launch.
Yep, that's right. Do you remember the actual date of the 3DS launch in Japan, James?
No one cares.
Okay. Pop quiz.
Pop quiz, hat chat.
February 28th, 2011. You got it.
That wasn't my launch date, was it?
Yep.
Like a year later.
Old.
It was old.
Yep.
But also half the price with a lot more games.
Yeah. It wasn't that long. It was that summer.
Was it?
Yeah.
The ambassador program?
Yep. Didn't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Was it? Fuck, maybe it was a year later. Fuck, I don't know.
I haven't even taken my 3DS out of its case since I got my Switch.
Yeah, last year, man, like I had Metroid and I was playing it for a bit and it's fun. But then TGS happened and I didn't play it. And I went to like America, for a couple of weeks.
Threw it on the ground.
Pretty much. Well, I put it nicely and it's charging.
Welcome to the real world, jackass.
Right. Yeah. Oh, man.
Are you going to get Undertale?
I really want to. It's something that's been on my radar for a while.
No, you bought it. You've got it already, though, haven't you?
No. Ty tried to like send me a copy on the PC a while back, but I didn't get it.
Hacked torrent version, probably.
Yeah. Anthony Dranfield, comment from him. He said he's playing his 3DS right now. Shadow of Valentia. That's the Fire Emblem, right?
Yeah, those Smash Brothers characters.
Right.
Finally got their own game. Good luck to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Anthony's in the chat, is he?
Yeah. Anthony's been chilling out here with us for a little bit.
Anthony, what's going on? What are you having for lunch / dinner / breakfast, wherever you live? Is Anthony in the States?
I don't remember. I thought Anthony was from the UK.
Sure.
Okay. Maybe he's related to Boris. Don't know.
He is now.
Yeah.
Well, in America, most parts of America, isn't it? It's like really... No. Is it a reasonable hour now? It's like morning time, isn't it?
Right now, it's Central Time. It's like 9:30 in the morning around Chicago. If you go to New York, it's 10:30. Then just keep going back. By the way, Anthony's from the UK. Got it. Come on, James. You should have known this.
Yeah, I knew that.
For him, it's past lunchtime and he hasn't had anything yet.
All right, are you guys ready for some wild stuff?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. I didn't find that WCW versus NWO shirt
It's
yet.
because you're fucking lying.
No,
Loser.
it's real. I have an assortment of other shirts you'll find very exciting, going back to the 90s.
Okay.
Let's see.
Orchard's boobs.
Probably seen this one before. This is a genuine Duke Nukem
Damn.
t-shirt from the 90s,
Damn, I'm looking good.
right? What else we got? Oh, yeah. Here's an official Nintendo E3 DS pre-launch shirt.
Ooh.
You see
Wow.
the DS design on it is slightly different from the
Yeah,
final
yeah.
product.
Slightly worse than the original one, which was
Right.
already worse than everything
Right.
else. Yeah.
See it, touch it, play it.
Nice.
What do we got here?
Disgusting.
I mean, I've like boxes and boxes of video game t-shirts because apparently I'm some sort of ridiculous t-shirt enthusiast.
But weirdly, you only wear the same 3 t-shirts.
Yeah. Here's a Killer
Ah,
Instinct shirt. This is from the 90s.
full Grex.
Yeah, one of several that I own. Of Folgers, the robot. Here is a Soul Calibur 2 t-shirt.
Ooh.
This might have been like an E3 promo one. I don't remember.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ivy, hashtag OP.
I love Big Boob Fight Girl.
Right.
All right. Here's a wild one. Are you ready for this?
Ooh,
Maybe no.
is it Zelda?
It's
Oh,
Whoa,
wow.
that's what's his face?
Takahashi Meijin,
yeah.
Master Higgins.
That's it,
Wow.
Master Higgins. I was gonna
I
say
got
Master Takahashi.
I got this at a Game Music concert in 2007
Oh.
in Japan.
Wow.
The guy who sold it to me may have been Takahashi Meijin himself. I don't remember.
It probably was.
Yeah.
Was it in a back
Probably.
alley?
Yeah. What we got here? Okay, here's one for the Capcom fans. Here's an official Darkstalkers Felicia shirt. Can you see that?
Kind of, yeah. Okay.
Disgusting.
Yeah, if you like anime cat girls, there you go. Here's a very unofficial Skullgirls shirt.
Very unofficial.
Yeah,
All money goes directly to not the makers of the game.
right. This is a thing I got at Comic Head, actually.
Made for nerds by nerds.
Yeah. True story.
Comic Cat. That's the official Comic Cat headline, by the way.
Yeah. Here's a very faded Street Fighter EX3 t-shirt.
Is that Game Boy Advance?
No, it was PS2. It's like launch PS2. I got this
Okay.
from E3 2000.
Wow.
What did you say? Street Fighter the movie, the game 3?
Street Fighter EX3.
Same thing, right?
Ah, shame. Yeah, same thing. Exactly.
Here's a Super Mario Brothers 3 hoodie.
Oh, sweet.
This is godlike.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
you like
fun.
Nintendo?
Yeah, before the year 2000.
It was a dark time.
Maybe you guys know about Mega Ran. Here's an official shirt from one of his Japan tours.
I know Mega Man,
Ooh.
yeah.
Mega Man is going to be at Bit Summit, which is coming to Tokyo for TGS. You know that, Ty?
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw that.
shit. I should go and say hi. I give him a lot of Kickstarter money so he remembers me.
All right, then. Before Ty goes through his whole wardrobe.
One
how
more.
many okay, one more.
Here's Halo 2. Fuck you.
Halo 2.
All right. Well,
Anthony, I hope you enjoyed that.
That's a fraction of my wardrobe.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed to say.
look
I hope
forward
so. I hope you've got pants and other things as well.
to- No, he
What?
uses the shirts as pants.
Never heard of them. We're going full Donald Duck.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Gotta love the Donald Duck look. All right.
Anthony, if
that.
you haven't thought about subscribing to our Patreon, please do. You sound like a hell of a fan. We'd love to have you on board.
It was a delight.
Yeah, I need money for drugs.
All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us. So
Peace.
thanks for watching. Catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
Peace.